When I was a kid, I always wanted to become a musician. So I did that. Life moves on and life takes you everywhere, wherever it wants to.
Ladies and gentlemen, here for your pleasure, Arijit Singh on stage. The experience of a lifetime.
एक बात जरूर कहना चाहूँगा अरिजीत, आपको ज़िंदगी में उससे ज़्यादा नहीं मिल पाएगा जितना कि आप खुद ना समझें कि आप डिज़र्व करते हैं। अपने आप को ऑब्जेक्टिवली दूर से देखना, दूसरे के गुण को देखना बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन आज मुझे आपकी ऐसी बात से लगा कि जैसे आप हारना चाहते हैं। तो अगर आप खुद ही जीतना नहीं चाहेंगे ज़िंदगी में, तो ज़िंदगी फिर आपको जीतने नहीं देगी। आप एक बहुत अच्छे सिंगर हैं, अपने ऊपर यकीन रखिए और इस बात पे यकीन रखिए कि आप जीतना डिज़र्व करते हैं।
You are responsible for whatever you want to get and you're getting after that. So it's been difficult, and that's exactly why I always try to do something new, and I always try to experiment with the music, with myself, and I always try to push the limits and do the best, do the best, get the best out of me.
हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा।
Best playback singer male goes to
Arijit Singh.
Arijit Singh.
Obviously, Arijit Singh for Ashiki 2.
क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो, जिंदगी अब तुम ही हो।
When I had to decide that who will the singer of the song be, and I remember when I got a call from Mr. Mukesh Bhatt that when Mohit played him the tune in my voice, and he was so emotional on the phone after hearing the melody, and he just told me, Mithun, that I can trust nobody else but you to get me the right voice for this song, because whoever sings this song will not only be the singer of the song, but I want to make him the voice of Ashiki 2, and he has to sing all the other songs, most of them at least, as well.
We planned to make Ashiki 2. We were looking for a voice of Ashiki. So I think we went to many voices. Our choice was Shafqat Ali. We will make Shafqat, that Pakistani singer, the voice of Ashiki. But then Mohit, myself, Bhatt Saab, everybody thought that this is a very good voice, because Mohit has also interacted with Arijit in Pritam's studio only when he was making his earlier songs with Pritam.
I always thought that Tum Hi Ho was a benchmark for me. It became such a rage, and it changed everything in my life, and that's how I started doing shows, and that's how I got shows.
Really, thank you very, very much for coming tonight and supporting us like that.
When I was working on the score of Ashiki 2, he was an assistant to Pritam, and I just gave him a call, and I told him just come and try this Mukhda, as we call it in India. I want to hear it in your voice, nothing more than that. And I remember he had quite a hectic time as an assistant at Pritam's studio.
Let me sing one song for you, which has made this possible. That one bloody song made everything for me, for everyone around me. This is Tum Hi Ho from Ashiki 2.
Just tried the Mukhda of Tum Hi Ho in his voice, and the minute I heard back the song in his voice, it was exactly what I wanted, exactly the way, the ease, the patience, the serenity and the solace that the tune required for a singer to bring and justify it. It was there, and after hearing it back, I knew that I had found right singer for Tum Hi Ho, and that just happened to be Arijit.
On this whole journey that was happening for him, I was constantly in touch with him, and we were chatting. We used to chat about music and things like that. And finally, when he managed to start this massive tour, he said, "Jotanilda, let's make this happen."
हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा, तुझसे जुदा अगर हो जाएंगे तो खुद से हो जाएंगे.
Me and Arijit have spoken it quite a few times that we are actually not doing anything. It's happening. You know, it's God which is working both of us. We have taken certain decisions. Sometime Arijit has taken certain decisions. Sometime I have taken certain decisions, which has worked.
You have got so many good performers. So many good performers that it's actually hard for anybody to stay very long, because it's a matter of time before the audience starts to get fed up or wants to have something fresh. But at the moment, the way Arijit is going, I think he's coming as a wave. He's not just coming as a little trickle. He's coming as a storm, and looks like he's going to be here for a few years.
Finding out that he was doing a show with an orchestra, just incredible, very exciting. Just reminded me of all the great old Bollywood where you had all those fantastic strings. So I'm really looking forward to a very modern take on Bollywood.
Arijit Singh he leaves me speechless. I play his songs on my radio show every single day. When there's a brand new song out, I make sure I play it on the show. He has this voice. He's very effortless. He's very flawless.
We have done almost 80-90 concerts after Arijit Singh became the Arijit Singh in 2013. So we thought, what new, what to be done. So that's how the symphony concept came in. Arijit knew Jatanil, who is arranging our Grand Symphony Orchestra from London. That's how the orchestra came into picture.
Is basically a pop concert setup rather than a classical orchestral setup. Not the full orchestra of 60 or 80 piece orchestra. It's an orchestral ensemble. I think that's going to make things a bit more interesting, because there's not going to be too much going on, but at the same time it's not going to be too less. So it's going to be just perfect.
The whole concept of symphony with Arijit's group was Arijit's own idea, and he did the first concert in Dubai in January this year, which was a tremendous success.
Trying to give something more to his audience, and that's what I am quite proud of as well, knowing him for so long, and he just makes things happen. And the other thing is, he's just not a singer, he's just a full musician as a whole.
I can't tell you how happy I am right now.
We always pride ourselves in associating with innovative formats and bringing to the audiences something they haven't experienced before. And I think the Arijit concert, along with the symphony orchestra, puts together a format that the UK audiences haven't really seen before, and we think this is going to really
Bollywood music, traditionally old in its way, and rightfully in its way back in the days, but music is a universal language. And I think this actually portrays the whole thing, using Western instruments, violins, cellos, trumpets, harps, with a combination of the percussion instruments like tablas, harmoniums. It all mixes well together.
You have all these brand new singers that are just coming up, and I guess in a way we should be kind of thankful to A.R. Rahman. I feel that it was him that he kind of opened up the doors for us when Slumdog Millionaire came onto the scene. He was Oscar winning, and I think the fact that we were so underrated, I feel, and with A.R. Rahman, he just did it, he just nailed it, and I think ever since then, I feel that the Hindi music industry, not just the music industry, but the film industry in itself has become a lot more respected, which is quite nice. And hence, bringing these collaborations in with such a massive symphony orchestra, who would have thought this was going to happen?
And we keep thinking about new innovative things to do, and especially music in this part of the world where people want to be connected with Bollywood. I think this brings people together, and that's why I think this concert is a big rage and a big hit.
Rehearsing, I saw during his rehearsals, like he's just giving it today. He's literally flowing with his emotions, he's flowing with his music, and you just see him. If he was to walk past anybody who didn't know him, they just think he's just just an ordinary human being. How wonderful this guy is. His voice is unbelievable, and same for his team. I met them earlier on in rehearsals as well today, and you still need to go through stuff with them, and they're so lovely. They like to say whatever you want as long as we just kind of get a flow of what you're saying, and they're just so wonderful to work.
Arijit's passion for music has taken him where he is today. The roller coaster journey of his career has shown him many facets of music, starting as an arranger to producer, playback singer, and finally polishing him to a top-class live entertainer. Many artists have to go through such phases, and only a few see the top of the cliff. Maybe it's true that the greater force of one's passion, the more it unleashes one's creativity.
How are you people? Well, I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you so much. I'm scared because I haven't expected this crowd.
We've been planning. It's not an easy thing to get new things like every time. You can be a failure. It's not every time you get 100% out of the experiment. You always get scared about it. Even tonight I was scared before the performance. I feel surprised. Honestly speaking, it's astonishing because you can't imagine that kind of crowd. I don't know, but I can't imagine maybe. Because the kind of music we do, we have limitations, and we always struggle to get the best. Try to achieve the best that we have. My only plus point is I always, talk straight in face. I told them that I'm scared, and I need your support because we've been experimenting. So I really don't know what's going to happen. So I think that's something which brings me hope and give me a positiveness about the whole thing.
He's already a legend in my eyes, and in these 2-3 years, the way he has captured the actual market, it's beautiful.
Arijit is a music sensation, and I think he's one of the greatest singers right now for the Generation X. He's loved by any age group from 10 to
maybe 50, 60. So I think he's got a great fan following.
Arijit is a true artist. He doesn't fake. Whatever he is, he presents the same on stage. So you would not see Arijit Singh doing anything which he doesn't like to do, which he doesn't believe in. The generation after Arijit, the case study of Arijit, people will start believing in music. Over the last few years, musicians are being treated as glamorous products. People started saying that, if you don't package it well, it doesn't sell. Jo dikhta nahi hai, wo bikta nahi hai. But to be very honest, Arijit Singh is one artist who's not seen too much into TV shows, who's not seen in too many filmy parties, too many award functions. It is his musical talent which he has crafted over years after a lot of efforts and a lot of...
Absolutely amazing.
We love you, Arijit.
I've never seen such show before. A lot of admiration for him.
And the execution was amazing.
And I think he just stole everyone's